Welcome to the new best trains add-on released for Minecraft Bedrock Edition. This was created by Podcrash and introduces a completely new and improved and overhauled railroad system with over 50 different styles to choose between. Faster trains, which you can move automatically, functional signal blocks, new fueling system, and so much more. This can be purchased right now for 1,340 mine coins, which is £6.79, so roughly $8. Yes, this is very pricey, but I think you'll love what this add-on has to offer. So hey everyone, my name is Echo, and I know so many of you are passionate about trains. In fact, I never realized how many train enthusiasts we have in the Minecraft community. You have been crying out for a new and improved trains add-on on the Minecraft marketplace. Better than we've already seen. Now this does deliver, and you will be impressed. A few things to mention. This is not a paid promotion. I'm not a trains guy. I love this. The creators did give me early access to check this out, and they do also have a dedicated wiki to make your life a lot easier. Many updates are planned for the future of this add-on, but let's get straight into this. I'll leave a link down below to their official wiki in case you guys want to check it out. So if you're wanting to learn a little bit more about specific tracks, let's say you wanted to learn about the switch track, you can find it all inside of here. Like I said, there are so many different tracks on offer. These are all of the different versions you are able to craft. So we're not in the Echoes hub today. I needed this space because there is so much content available in this. Now, once you do have this installed in a new or pre-existing world, we have the trains guide. We have the introduction, basically explaining what this add-on is. Also, if you do lose this guidebook, you can craft a new one with a golden nugget and a book. So we have tracks, rolling stock, functional blocks, and other blocks. I'm going to be going through all of these kind of mixed together because you need some of this content in order to make this. You need some of this content in order to make this. But let's start from the top. Let's start with our tracks. Tracks are the core of any good railroad. They are made of two parts. The rail, the metal that runs down each side, and the tie, the material that links the two rails. Rails can be made with copper, iron, gold, diamond, emerald, and netherite. Ties can be made of any vanilla or compatible log variety. These combinations are cosmetic and provide no extra benefits to the train that rides them. So basically, it doesn't matter which one you're going to make. If it's iron, it's going to be the same as netherite. They're just for visual preferences. And yes, there is a big difference, which I will show you. So we do have normal, embedded, switch tracks, and buffer. Let's start with the normal one. Now, I'm not going to start reading this information to you. I'm just going to pure and simply show you how this works. So again, many different versions on option. I'm going to start with what I would consider a very basic one. That being with logs, regular oak, but you can use any, and also iron ingots. If we open up a crafting table, tap on craftable here, you'll see we're able to make these. Now, they come in the same stack as regular Minecraft rails, 16. So I'm glad they stayed true to this. Now, with this add-on, you do not need the regular rails. Discard the regular rails. These are fully customizable. Let's go ahead and place these down, and this is what they look like. These are blocks, so if I was to grab myself a pickaxe, for example, as you can see, it'll take a little bit of time to break this. If you do it with this, it's kind of a lot quicker, and if you do it with this, it's also a lot quicker. So yeah, they work as functional blocks, not entities. As you can see, we've just placed these down. They're a lot bigger than your regular Minecraft ones, but this is where things get very exciting, and when I first checked this out, I was so impressed. So let's start by placing these here, and then let's go a little bit higher. Honestly, it is absolutely phenomenal the way this works. Now, you as a Minecraft player can actually stand on these. I got like roller coaster tycoon vibes from this, but you'll notice we have a slight problem here, and this is where the add-on is very, very good. These are not going to connect together at all. They can like this, but this is not going to be a functional track. And when your train gets to this point, it is simply just not going to go over this rail. But wait until you see how this goes round corners. It's even better than your vanilla experience. So if we start placing these here, next one we're going to place here, you can see they start to go on a curve. And this is where things are absolutely amazing. Now, unlike some of the other add-ons we checked out in the past, they would go around the corner like this and then straight turn like this. No, these will go round very, very gradually. But I just wanted to start with the basics of this. Let's check out all of the available custom tracks. FYI, if you want to fix this problem, just go ahead and break these. You're going to have to get yourself a couple of different blocks in order to make this functional. But there is another block that has been included in this, which does make making your rail systems so much better. So we're going to have to grab myself one more of these, put this in here, place this down. And as you can see here, it's flawless. The design is absolutely incredible. So if you wanted to go above and beyond and flex this to your friends, yes, they have included the new pale oak. We're also going to be using netherite here. So grab yourself 2 of these, 6 of these, open up a crafting table, tap on craftable, and you can make these. There is so many different options in this. So this is just going to be the netherite versions. Now, the reason why you might want different ones is because you might have a different styled build. You might build with darker blocks. You're not going to want something really bright. You might have built with iron, so you want to keep it as an iron system. And honestly, you probably could build roller coaster with this. I hope one day they add a loop-de-loop. And then the next one we have here, I decided to grab some gold, but also stick with pale on this occasion. So on this occasion, we're going to be using practically the same one, and you'll see how they start to stand out. And obviously, throughout their trailer that you've seen at the start of the video, they have emphasized how many different options are available. So the best way to do this is to go inside of your crafting table, and if you scroll to the bottom, ignore this stuff for now, but you'll start to see all the different railroad systems. I said 50. I think there's honestly like 100. There's just so many different options available. 50 just felt safe to say to you guys. I'm not gonna go and place all of them, but I will show you how many different options we have. I'll try and grab a couple of different varieties here. So this is an emerald one, this is diamond and birch, acacia and gold, jungle and copper. We've got oak and netherite. I think I've already showed you that one, so we'll try a different one. We'll try cherry, for example, because that looks stunning. I really liked, weirdly, the birch ones, and birch is usually not my favorite. Anything else? Is there a crimson one inside of here? Let's go with crimson on this occasion. So I just wanted to show you guys a couple of different designs here. They look really, really cool. So cool. And obviously you can bend these around if you wanted to. But you'll see here, like, it needs to be on a bigger scale. You can't just go ahead and just like quick turn them like you can with regular Minecraft ones. It just simply does not work. There's also... This is where things are exciting in the future. I'm going to show you guys that there is a separate switch where you can kind of link these together. But we can go like this and just go all the way around. How cool. So much better. So this is the birch and the diamond one. This is going to be your acacia and your gold. Jungle tied with copper. Ooh, that actually looks quite impressive, that one. You guys are going to have to let me know which ones you guys like best. This one's clean as well. Cherry, because it's the log form with netherite, is brilliant. Birch tied with iron. Then we've also got warped. And then as I did show you, we do also have the cherry versions as well. But so many different options. Now, some players might not like that design. That is completely up to you. If we open up this, tap on tracks and scroll down, we have the embedded track. Now, it does say here, embedded tracks are a variation of normal tracks and can be crafted using concrete, terracotta, or wooden planks in place of ties. So a slightly different variation than this. This can allow you to build tracks that may blend with roads or crossings or trams. That's nice. You can craft this with, again, a bunch of different materials. So with this one, you're just going to have to use something like planks. And again, I've used iron as a base throughout today's add-on. Tap on craftable. Is this right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That did... Oh, it's there. Okay, I didn't see it at first. But yeah, this just looks a lot cleaner. And obviously, you don't have the gaps between them. But in terms of functionality, they work basically the exact same. So we'll get rid of these. And I want to see how this varies. Because this, I haven't seen this. A lot of this I wanted to keep a secret to myself. But look at that. I've not seen that before. So I didn't know it was actually create that. So we put this up here. You can see how they start to connect. And then let's see what happens when we go down a little bit. But you'll also notice it's not going to connect here, and we have a slight issue yet again. But what about on the curves? So if I place that there, I can't place it here. It doesn't allow it. So you have to kind of do 2, go round, do 2, go round, and do 2. I love this. And I'm not even a trains guy. If you just go to a crafting table and type in EMB, you can see here all of the embedded versions. Yeah, there's hundreds. There is hundreds on offer. I've definitely under-announced how many are available. But I'll grab a couple of different ones here. Just ones that kind of stand out a little bit to me. I'm loving seeing a lot of add-ons now implement pale oak. But this one features terracotta as well. So let's go with like a little bit of a brown one on this occasion. So this one here is going to be mangrove as well. Then we also have the purple, a lot cleaner on this one. Then we also have the warped, which is great because you could build these through the nether if you really wanted to. This is going to pale oak is brilliant. And then this one's going to be, we'll go with the brown. We'll go with the brown on this occasion. But yeah, no need for me to place them all down. I think you guys who download this will have so much fun just picking your colors. The next set of tracks to learn about is going to be the switch tracks. This is where things start to get exciting. Switch tracks allows you to branch your railroads in different directions. You can click on switch tracks by hand or power them with redstone to change direction. So in order to make the switch ones, you are going to need any kind of track. It can also be embedded, and you're going to have to put this in a crafting table with a lever. Now, once you have the lever, I've already set up a basic design here. Put this down, and when we flick this, you can see here it's going to change direction. So as you know, and we'll do some testing. In fact, I'll grab a train in a second and show you guys how this works. If you get this activated, it's going to go to the left. You keep it like this, it's going to go to the right. But it is functional with redstone. So if you were coming up to this and you were in your train and you were like, uh-oh, I need to go that way. Activate this and you're going to go in this direction. I'm trying not to spoil too much, but we'll go ahead and place this down. Obviously, I'll go ahead and also place down a bunch of these. And obviously, we're going to have this going in 2 separate directions on this occasion. You could take this to go this way, wherever you fancy. And the same with this one. 2 different lines. One's going to your, I don't know, to your base. One is going to one of your farms. So again, without trying to spoil too much here, for now, we'll keep this going to that direction. Trying to place this the other way. Can be a little bit tedious sometimes. Try not to watch. I don't want to spoil too much. Let's get in this. And let's just get this to go. And you'll see here, it's going to move. And on this occasion, it's going to go straight, right? So obviously, we need to change this. We need to change this. So if we were to change this and go to the other direction, now it's going to go to the left. We're going to put this in here, get inside, activate this. We're going to make this go a little bit faster here. It's now going to go to the left-hand side. I'm going to try with this. So in terms of locations, okay, I don't want to put it that side. I want this switch to be on the other side. So we want the switch to be there. I guess on this occasion, we'll have to switch on this side. Doesn't necessarily matter where you have it, but we'll go ahead and break this. And you can mix and match these and tie them together if you wanted to. By the way, they don't have to be the same ones. You can have different colors linking together. Yeah, not super pretty on this occasion, but for the sake of today's video, to give you guys a rough idea on how things work, you can see how things work. So you can link this with a lever, which does work with regular Minecraft redstone. And you can go in a completely different way. And then you could go a little bit further on this, you know. And obviously take this, go in. Hold on. We need to place one down here. And then another one can go this way. I'm sure you guys, once you've messed around with this, will figure out a very nice system. Now, obviously, stopping your trains are going to be quite important. This is done with the buffer track. The buffer tracks are a decorative way to end your railway. So in order to make this, you're going to have to grab 2 of the pre-existing tracks that you have. We were using oak throughout today's video. And all you do is you place this down, you grab yourself some extra rails, and all this does is stop the train going past this point. So once again, a whole range of different options available here. And these pure and simply just bring your train to a halt. So with the train tracks out of the way, let's get into the actual trains themselves. But there is a bunch of information you need to know about this. We're going to make ourselves a steam locomotive. If we open this and type in steam, you'll see here we have a truck, we have a steam boiler, and we also have a cab frame. Now, these are important, and you can read about these inside of the other blocks location. You'll learn about the fuel tanks, the boilers, the cabs, and the train trucks. So these are basically going to build your train themselves. Now, if we go ahead and grab these to start off with, open up a crafting table, we'll be able to make ourselves a steam boiler. These can all be learned inside of the crafting table, or you can use their wiki page. The next one we can make is going to be the truck itself in order to make your actual train move. This one you need quite a lot of. This one not so much. An important one though is going to be this one. So this is going to make the cab frame itself. But all of these are going to be needed to make this one. This also requires a piston. It's also going to require iron blocks and a bucket. And the reason why this requires a bucket is because it's basically for the steam. So if we open up a crafting table, we can make the steam one. These are going to be dyeable. I need to grab myself some rails for this track. So there isn't too many different trains in this. More is going to be introduced in the future. But all you need to do is place this down. Now, this is where you need to learn how they work. They can be dyed, by the way. So let's say you wanted a red one, or let's say you wanted to go with a yellow one. You simply tap on them. There is so many different options available. Let's see what blue, purple, green, and white looks like. I kind of dig the white one. I'm not going to lie here. Purple is also clean, and so is blue. But I think I'm going to go with the white one. Now, this is what you need to do with these. Grab yourself some coal. Keep an eye on the dials here. You tap the coal on these, and you'll see that goes up. Obviously, this is going to be how you store it. Now, when you're in here, right-click, you're going to see throttle, 0 equals stop. And if you do forward, it's going to make them go a little bit faster. And I'm going to show you guys how it works on the railroad system. You can also do this automatically, right? So we'll place this on a system that I have made. We're going to go ahead and fill this back up. Get inside of this, tap this. We're going to have this go as one and save. This is going to automatically go on its own, but you'll notice it's quite slow, and it is going to take you a little bit of time to get from A to B. So let's say we wanted this to go faster. I'm going to set this to 3. Okay, still not happy? Set it to 7. How amazing is this? The amount of incredible creations I know the community will come up with this is going to be insane, right? I'm going to quickly break this and do it one more time. I want to see how fast we can actually get this. So we'll get in this. I'm going to have to put this in. Oh, yeah, one more thing to be mentioned as well, by the way. If you want to sound the horn, hit your space bar. That's all you need to do in order to access the horns. So let's go ahead and tap on this. I'm going to show you at 10 how fast this can actually go. But I'm going to get out of it. Now, as long as you are in the same chunks as these, I think it's all related to simulation. Very similar to regular Minecraft. They are going to work. The last thing I want to show you with this is that you can kind of have an automatic system by looking up and down. It's done with the throttle. And how this works is, if you look, I think it's up, it'll go forward. If you look down, it'll go backwards. That's if you wanted to use this throttle system. I think the automatic system is the way to go personally. But it is on offer for you. I was completely blown away. Completely blown away when I first checked this out. But like I said, it gets better. We do also have the diesel engine, inspired by the great diesels of the last century. This engine may not win any races, but it can haul a lot of cargo. And obviously making them can be quite overwhelming when the ingredients are thrown at you like this. The best way to learn any of these recipes is to open this and just type in, yes, dye. And then you can see here we have diesel. But we're going to go ahead and make this. But there's going to be a slight problem here. Once we make ourselves the diesel one, we'll go ahead and place it on the tracks, just like we did before. We get in this. It's not going to go. It's not going to go. And this one doesn't actually take coal. And this is where the new fuel system has been implemented. Now, if we open up the book... Nope, we don't need a horse. We're traveling in style today. Rolling. If we open up the functional blocks and go to fuel refinery, it says the fuel refinery is used to make fuel for diesel trains. It can be filled with dried kelp, bones, coal, or charcoal. Fuel is extracted with these items at different rates, with dried kelp being the lowest extraction and coal and charcoal being the highest. Once full, you can grab it out with a bucket. So go ahead and make the actual fuel tanks themselves, and then grab yourself some iron, open up a crafting table, and make the refinery. Place this down. Grab yourself all of these materials, with dried kelp not being great. You go ahead and put bones in this. Also not amazing, but you can see the fuel is now starting to stack up. If you put coal in here, this has a higher rate for you. We need to fill this all the way up, but you can see, I mean, it can take a while. There's a random percentage chance. Once it's full, you can't put anything else inside. You're then going to have to grab yourself a bucket, fill this up, and this fills up your diesel trains. Get in it. Space to sound the horn. Go ahead and tap on this, and let's see how fast this can go, shall we? This is going to be your diesel one. Now, I've built this with smooth stone. Yeah, there's actual building blocks that make this so much better, but the train system in this is phenomenal. Now, I haven't got any more inside of there, so we're going to have to grab ourselves one more, and you can see here, requires quite a lot of material here, though. I want to show you this on an automatic scale. We'll fill this up one last time. Come on, you're going to steal all my materials. We'll take this. Got our train, which, once again, can be dyed the wrong way. Still the wrong way, Echo. That's better. Let's go ahead and put down... Oh, what's the black like? Yeah, I like that one. We'll go with this one. We'll fill this up. We'll get inside. We'll activate this. We'll do it at 2. Save. And we'll let it go on its own. I'm sending this to my friends, but obviously it's on its own. Your friend's not going to need the train on its own. It's going to need some form of cargo. But one last thing. There is kind of like a manual one here. And this one is made with, again, you need the truck, I think, for all of these. Slabs and iron, which on this occasion, I forgot to place inside of there. But this is going to make you the hand car. Now, if you place this down and get on it... Oops, you can go either side, I believe. Nope, that's the wrong way. We need to place it the other way. Okay, if you hold space, it will move. You tap on it, it will go backwards. There's no way to make this one go fast. I think this one's just one of those really fun and quirky ones. I'm guessing you might be able to go on this with your friends, but I've got no one in this world to test this with, so that's something you guys are going to have to test with your buddies. But my favorite thing with this was just how clean it rotates around the corners. If you're not impressed by that, then honestly, I don't know what else would impress you. No other trains add-on that I've seen comes close to this. Now, trains are used for transporting, right? So inside of the rolling stock, we do have cars. We have things like flatbed, which is going to transport, of course, your logs. We have the gondola, which can transport things like coal and seeds. We do have animals, passengers, and the caboose. I'll show you guys how to make one of them, and this is going to be the flatbed. This one is made with iron and the truck. And in order to get this to attach, because right now it's not attached, first off, you can place these right next to each other and they will automatically attach. But the way this works is if you were to go ahead and put this to this, they are going to attach that way, then you could change it and go forward. I have no idea how many different ones you can attach. So we're going to stop that there. I'm going to grab myself a couple of these. So we'll grab 3, 4, 5 and some logs here. I just need to know how many we can attach. Let's have a little look here. I'm going to have to place that there. I hope they've attached. We're going to find out now. Get in this. Go backwards. They have attached perfectly fine. I'm happy with that. Let's go ahead and stop. I wish there was a button to automatically stop with these, because messing around with these, the sliders in Bedrock Edition are very finicky. But you can go ahead and place these on here. Did that do all 64? Let's try more. Okay, that can go on there. And then let's do another one. Okay, let's do /give @p oak_log. Let's do like 200. Oh, wow. You can put a ton of these on here. Oh, I didn't realize it was that much. I mean, it's a great way to transport all of these. Okay, that's it. So if we were to take this off and take all of these off, you can see you get a whole bunch more from this. Oh, okay, so you can get a few stacks from this. But obviously, once you have your required items, put this in motion, and on our merry way, we will go. Or you can set this to go in motion automatically and send it to your friend who's currently building something over down there. So this one, as I mentioned, can be used for seeds. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. So we'll grab 5 of these and see if they can all attach together. We're about to find out here. This is like a trial and error. 3. Oh, you can't put any more on. Oh, so maybe 3 is the limit, unless we have to move this forward slightly. Move this forward a little bit. Tap on this and save. Oh, it didn't even attach. But it's a good way for me to check, actually. Can't put that on. I'm going to try this now, then. Put this in reverse. I'm going to go backwards. They should... You can hear them clanking and attaching that way. If we go forward... Yeah, you can attach a whole bunch of these. I don't know what the limit is. It did not say. But I've stopped this. Now I can go and grab all of my available crops. And we can start to fill these up. The 1 stack will do that. So yeah, you are going to need a lot of seeds. So if I was to do /give @p wheat seeds 500. I don't think we'll be able to get 500 in there. But honestly, we can get a fair amount inside of there. That's pretty cool to see. And if I was to do /give @p blue_dye, can I change the color of these? Yes, we can. Next, we have the animal car. Now, the animal car can hold up to 2 of any type of animal. That's it. A slight limitation. I'm guessing it's a bedrock limitation. I wanted to see if we could put a panda in there. No. Pig, fine. Cow, completely fine. Chickens, completely fine. But there is just a limitation on how many you're able to put inside of there. Which, again, I understand, because at least when they do go inside of there, they go in perfectly fine, unlike some of the other add-ons we checked out. And honestly, you could have a whole row of a specific type, but obviously, you typically start with 2 mobs anyway in Minecraft. This one here is going to be passenger. I don't have any friends. So, again, with this one, I can get in this. I think it said maybe 2 or 3 can go inside of this one. But I'll quickly read the details behind this one, just so we can double clarify. We'll go to cars. We'll go to passenger. And it says this can carry up to 3 players. Oh, or some villagers. Wait, do I not have villager spawn eggs? I put the villager spawn eggs in this one? I think I did. Can it go inside of there? Hold on. Aha! That's one way. That's one way. Can I get in there then? Aha! Yes! Yes. Okay, so I can do it that way, which means I'd have to get in this, activate, do it in reverse to make sure they've connected, change this, go forward, boom. Onwards you go, villagers, to a new and a happy life. And then the last one we have is going to be the caboose. And this one works very, very similar, I believe. Can a villager go in this one? Is he in there? Is brother in there? Hey, what's up, man? So you can take them on your merry way from one destination to another. There is also going to be a railroad wrench. Like, if you wanted to change the direction, go ahead and tap on this, and it will completely change the direction. Even if something is inside of it, it's just going to save you having to do what I was doing before, breaking it down. It's the wrong way. Just go ahead and tap on it. It will go to the complete other direction. Just makes life so much easier. Now we have functional blocks. I showed you the fuel refinery. Now it's time to check out the station markers, crossing signals, and train signals. So I'll make the first one here. This is made with cobble observer, iron ingots, and some redstone. And how this works is, if you go ahead and place this down and tap on it, it'll have signals. Now there's 4 different signals you're able to do. And inside of your guidebook will explain what each one does. So, for example, station markers can be placed directly below straight rails to serve as stopping points along your railway. You can interact with them between 0 and 4 notches. The number of notches dictates how long the engine stops for. So 1 notch is 5 seconds, 2 is 10, 3 is 20 seconds, and 4 is going to be 1 minute. And the reason why this makes sense... And where's my pickaxe gone? What did I do with it? / give @p diamond _ pickaxe. It acts as a block, so you have to break it with this. The only downside I had with this is I couldn't actually see on top. But I had to break this. Now, we'll just leave it at this one for now. But I am going to have to grab myself a rail here in order for this one to work. So, basically, when it gets to this point, it's going to stop for 10 seconds. We'll do 10 seconds here. So, we'll do this as... And we'll go to this. So when we get to this point, it will stop. It's a great way to have, like, a crossing and a railroad system. So now that it's here, we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. It goes on its merry way. I thought that was genius. I thought that was absolutely genius, the way they did that. I'm guessing if we go backwards as well... Yeah, it will stop. It will stop if it goes backwards as well. But then we have a couple more other things available. So we do have the crossings. Now, the crossings themselves will actually know. So we'll go with the crimson one here. That should stop there. If I was to place this here, it knows the train is close. Over a certain distance. How do I break this? How do I break this? I wonder if it has to be done with an axe. Okay, / give @p diamond _ axe. Is that what it has to be done with? Yes, it does. So if we keep going over here, it's still making the noise. Go a little bit further. It should stop at some point here. You have to be a certain distance. Still going. A little bit more. Still going. With these, they're meant to stop at a certain distance. This one currently isn't. But basically, it's just to indicate when a train is close. So if I was to break this then, and then place this back down... Interesting. I thought these were meant to stop until you got close. The crossing signals are used to indicate that an engine is approaching. They have flashing red indicators and make loud bell sounds. They can be crafted from any fence and combined with redstone. And again, if a train is close, it will basically indicate that it's close. So if I was to place this here, it knows it's close. But if I was to go ahead and place this all the way... This is doing it automatically. I wonder if any of these are kind of interacting with it. But basically, this is just to tell you that a train is actually coming. So on this occasion, obviously, this is where you'd have kind of like the crossings, which would then indicate that the train is on its way. These also come in different versions, but only the wood types, unlike some of the other content we've seen in today's video. Next, we have this, which is going to be the oak train signal. And this has to be combined with this, which is the signal box. These, once again, come in various different colors. Let's say we wanted to use pale on this occasion. At this point, we're going to stop here. But this has to be linked with this and can be linked with redstone as well. So we'll go ahead and place down this one and this on top. There you go. I think we need to get some redstone here. So we'll do, I think it's up to 15. So we'll have to go ahead and kind of bring these around. Take these all the way down here. And this basically turns them on or off. But this one needs to go to, I think it might have to go on there. I've got a dirt block here. So we'll put this here. Let's try this. Let's see if this is actually going to work. We'll do it this way. A lot of trial and error. A lot of this content I'm still new to myself. So we'll break this. Does this activate? As you can see there. So this is why this is perfect. I'm not sure this train's going to go because I don't necessarily have any coal. So / give @p coal 20. So if I was to get over to this, it should stop on that certain point, right? Hold on. Why is that not going? Maybe not. Doesn't have enough of this in. See? No, something's causing this to stop. I'm not quite sure what's causing it to stop, though. I wonder if it's this. I wonder if it's actually the redstone causing that. As you can see here, the dial's actually full. But this is stopping there. But anyway, this is meant to get to this point and stop. I'll get rid of it in case it is this causing the problem here. Let's see. Try this. Yeah, no, it's not. What have I done? I've done something here. throttle is not on, but we'll try it then maybe. Okay, let's go. Throttle is on. It's going to go... Oh, okay, so the throttle can bypass this. I must have done something. But you can just tap on this to... Basically to say go or not to go. These were a little bit finicky. Now, my railroad system was built with blocks. There's obviously better ways to do this, and you're going to need these, the trestle. Now, these can be done in various different colors. So if you wanted to go full netherite, you could. I'll grab all of these just to show you guys some basics here. So we'll do 1, 2, 3. I want to see how this like works with the rail system here, and if you could go straight up or you can't. No, yeah, you can. Kind of can. It just means though when you get to like here, you'd have to do it like this and then kind of wean it to go down a little bit, and obviously your train would have to go up. This just looks so much better, and you can see there kind of bugs out a little bit. So what I'm going to say to you guys is it's a lot of trial and error, and my question is, can I do it like this way and then like link these here? Yes you can. So you don't have to have them straight up tied next to each other. And this is where players are going to have so much fun with this. I really like the gold one. I think gold plus netherite, like netherite tracks, would be like a flawless design. But let's try something here. So what I'll do is I'll go 1. I'm going to try this in creative, actually. We'll give a gap of 2. And I'll go 1, 2, 3. Another gap of 3 again. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just want to see how this is going to work here. Because obviously the aim is to kind of link them up, right? That's way too high. Okay, so that would have to be a little bit lower, I think. So you might need to work... Yeah, you might need to work with, like, 1. The iron doesn't look good there. So if we type in gold, we'll go with these gold ones. And we'll completely replace all of these. Like this. Yes. Now we're talking. Now we are talking. This is brilliant. We'll go up a little bit more with this. You wanted to build your own roller coaster themed idea stuff here. It's certainly doable. I feel like this one might need to go a little bit higher. Emerald actually looks pretty cool there. Go up. Can we make these meet? There they do, but we'd have to get another one of them inside of there and another one there, and this would have to go higher. So if you're a builder and a train enthusiast, you're gonna have so much fun, I promise you. Put that there, and that can go there. So I've been sitting here for ages just tweaking and messing around with this. So much incredible content. I think railroad tracks. I think theme parks. I think fun fairs. I think so many different ways you can mess around with this. Yes, it's pricey, but I do consider this to be the best add-on out there for this. And as they've outlined, several updates are planned, probably with more trains, more tracks, more fun. And I do hope they add a bunch more signals. I would highly recommend today's add-on.